Blood clots are responsible for 1 in 4 deaths worldwide. For seniors, the risk is even higher. And while genetics and medical conditions play a role, your diet is a major factor that you can control. Today I'm exposing 5 common foods that significantly increase clot risk in seniors, and telling you what to eat instead to keep your blood flowing smoothly and safely. If you're over 60, this information could save your life. Welcome to Graceful Aging Guide. Blood clots form when your blood becomes too thick or sticky, or when clotting factors in your blood are elevated. Certain foods promote this dangerous environment, and unfortunately, many of these foods are staples in the typical senior diet. The good news? Once you know what these foods are, you can make simple swaps that dramatically reduce your risk. Let's start with the most dangerous one. 1. Processed meats. The first food that raises clot risk is processed meats: bacon, sausage, deli meats, hot dogs, and cured meats like salami. These are incredibly popular among seniors because they're convenient, flavorful, and familiar comfort foods. But they're also deadly. Processed meats are loaded with saturated fat, which raises LDL cholesterol and contributes to plaque buildup in arteries. This plaque narrows blood vessels and creates the perfect environment for clots to form. They're also packed with sodium, often 600 to 1,000 milligrams per serving. Excessive sodium increases blood pressure, damages blood vessel walls, and makes blood more likely to clot. Even worse, processed meats contain nitrates and nitrites as preservatives. Research shows these compounds increase inflammation and oxidative stress in blood vessels, both of which promote clot formation. A study in the European Heart Journal found that people who regularly eat processed meats have a 42% higher risk of heart disease and significantly elevated stroke risk, both primarily caused by blood clots. What to do instead? Replace processed meats with fresh, unprocessed proteins. Choose grilled chicken breast, baked fish, especially fatty fish like salmon with anti-clotting omega-3s, eggs, beans, or lean turkey that you cook yourself. If you must have deli meat occasionally, choose low-sodium, nitrate-free versions and limit portions to 2 to 3 ounces maximum, once or twice a week. Your breakfast bacon and lunch sandwich meat are actively working against your cardiovascular health. Make the swap: 2 trans fats and hydrogenated oils. The second food category that raises clot risk is anything containing trans fats or partially hydrogenated oils. Stick margarine, shortening, many baked goods, fried fast foods, and packaged snacks. Trans fats are the most dangerous fats for blood clots. They simultaneously raise bad LDL cholesterol and lower good HDL cholesterol, a double attack on your cardiovascular system. Trans fats also increase inflammation throughout your body, damage the lining of your blood vessels, making clots more likely to form, and make your blood platelets stickier and more prone to clumping together. Research shows that even small amounts of trans fats dramatically increase heart attack and stroke risk. The Harvard School of Public Health found that replacing just 2% of calories from trans fats with healthier fats reduces heart disease risk by 53%. Many seniors grew up using margarine and shortening, thinking they were healthier than butter. We now know that's completely wrong. Trans fats are far more dangerous. What to do instead? Read labels carefully. If you see partially hydrogenated oil anywhere in the ingredients, don't buy it. Replace margarine with small amounts of real butter, or better yet, olive oil. Avoid packaged cookies, crackers, and pastries from the grocery store. Most contain hydrogenated oils. Cook at home with olive oil, avocado oil, or coconut oil instead of vegetable shortening. Choose whole, unprocessed foods over packaged, shelf-stable products. If it can sit on a shelf for months without spoiling, it probably contains trans fats or other preservatives that harm your blood. For excessive sugar and refined carbohydrates. The third food that raises clot risk is excessive sugar and refined carbohydrates. White bread, white rice, pastries, cookies, sugary cereals, candy, and sweetened beverages. Here's what happens when you eat a lot of sugar. Your blood glucose spikes, which triggers inflammation throughout your body. This inflammation damages blood vessel walls, making them rough and sticky, the perfect surface for clots to form. High blood sugar also makes your blood more viscous, thicker, and stickier. Think of how syrup is thicker than water. That's what happens to your blood when sugar levels are consistently elevated. Chronic high blood sugar leads to diabetes, and diabetics have 2 to 4 times higher risk of blood clots, stroke, and heart attack than non-diabetics. Sugar also promotes obesity, and excess body weight increases clotting factors in your blood while reducing your body's natural clot-dissolving mechanisms. Many seniors consume shocking amounts of sugar without realizing it. Sweetened coffee drinks, fruit juices, which are just sugar water, healthy granola and yogurt loaded with added sugar, and frequent desserts. What to do instead? Replace refined carbs with whole grains. Whole wheat bread, brown rice, quinoa, oats. These don't spike blood sugar as dramatically. Choose fresh fruit instead of juice. The fiber slows sugar absorption. Sweeten coffee and tea with cinnamon or a tiny amount of honey instead of multiple spoonfuls of sugar. Read labels. Sugar hides under 50+ different names: corn syrup, dextrose, maltose, cane juice, etc. Avoid products where sugar is in the top 3 ingredients. Aim to keep added sugar below 25 grams per day. Most seniors consume 3 to 4 times that amount. Stable blood sugar means healthier blood vessels and lower clot risk. 4. Excess omega-6 fatty acids. The fourth food that raises clot risk is anything high in omega-6 fatty acids without balancing omega-3s. Vegetable oils like corn oil, soybean oil, sunflower oil, and foods cooked in these oils. Your body needs some omega-6 fats, but the modern diet provides way too much, often 15-20 times more omega-6 than omega-3. This imbalance is pro-inflammatory and pro-clotting. Omega-6 fats, when consumed in excess, produce compounds that promote inflammation, constrict blood vessels, and increase platelet aggregation, clumping, all of which raise clot risk. These oils are everywhere: salad dressings, mayonnaise, fried foods, baked goods, snack foods, and restaurant meals. Many seniors use vegetable oil for cooking at home thinking it's healthy. In small amounts it's fine, but most people consume far too much. What to do instead? Replace omega-6 heavy oils with healthier options. Use olive oil for most cooking and salad dressings. Use avocado oil for high-heat cooking. Eat fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines, 2 to 3 times per week for omega-3s that actively prevent clots. Add ground flaxseed, chia seeds, and walnuts to your diet, all rich in anti-clotting omega-3s. If you don't eat fish, consider a high-quality fish oil or algae-based omega-3 supplement. Talk to your doctor first. The goal is balance: reduce omega-6 intake while increasing omega-3 intake. This shift alone can significantly reduce clot risk. 5. Excessive vitamin K for those not on blood thinners. The fifth food that can raise clot risk in certain situations is excessive vitamin K, found in kale, spinach, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, and liver. Wait, didn't I say vegetables are good? They are. But here's the nuance: vitamin K is essential for blood clotting. It helps your blood clot when you're injured. That's normally good. However, if you have conditions that already put you at high clot risk, like atrial fibrillation, deep vein thrombosis history, or clotting disorders, eating very large amounts of vitamin K-rich foods can tip the balance toward excessive clotting. This is the opposite problem from the blood thinner interaction I mentioned in another video. If you're not on blood thinners but you are at high clot risk, suddenly consuming massive amounts of vitamin K, like starting a daily kale smoothie habit, can potentially increase clot formation. What to do? If you have clotting risk factors, eat vitamin K foods in moderation and consistency. Don't avoid them, they're nutritious. But don't suddenly start eating 3 cups of kale daily if you weren't before. If you're on blood thinners, the advice is different. Talk to your doctor about appropriate vitamin K intake for your situation. For most seniors not on blood thinners and without clotting disorders, vitamin K foods are healthy and safe in normal dietary amounts. Context and moderation matter. To recap, the 5 foods that raise clot risk in seniors are: processed meats, bacon, deli meats, sausage, loaded with saturated fat and sodium, trans fats and hydrogenated oils in margarine and packaged foods, excessive sugar and refined carbs that spike blood sugar and inflame blood vessels, excess omega-6 oils without omega-3 balance, and in certain cases, excessive vitamin K for those at high clot risk. Replace these with whole unprocessed foods, healthy fats like olive oil, omega-3 rich fish, and plenty of vegetables and fruits. Your blood will flow more smoothly, your vessels will be healthier, and your clot risk will drop significantly. Small dietary changes create massive health benefits. If this video taught you something that could protect your health, please give it a thumbs up and share it with seniors who need this information. Which of these 5 foods do you eat most often? What healthy swap will you make first? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe to Graceful Aging Guide for more life-saving nutritional information that keeps seniors healthy and safe. Your diet is either fighting clots or forming them. Choose wisely.